Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share a few thoughts about meditation and contemplation, because very often I get some inquiries from people when they know about my experience in meditation, when they know I'm a big advocate of meditation, when they know what meditation did to me, how it basically transformed my life. And they ask me, so are you still meditating? How much are you meditating during the day? And the answer to these questions usually is, well, I don't really. And what I do instead is, I would call it a contemplation. And I would like to explain why this so happens. And I would like to offer an analogy to understand it better. But first, I googled the difference between contemplation and meditation, what Google says. Usually Google is not wrong, so let me read what Google told me. While contemplation is a train of thought about something, meditation is training the mind to rest in a particular focus that leads to a connection to the source of consciousness itself. Knowing the difference can give us clarity in our spiritual pursuits and help us to realize that there is no substitute for meditation and what it can offer. And I think that's a fantastic description. It comes from the website yogainternational.com. So thank you for writing this, dear Sandra Anderson, who is an author of this quote, and thank you Google for directing me there. And so let me offer an analogy how it happened in my life and how I can see that it happened in many of experienced meditators' lives. So basically my analogy that I have come up with is meditation is like baking the cake and contemplation is eating the cake. So meditation is a necessary training, necessary practice for learning the skill to coming back to myself, being in touch with my experience, basically with experience, so with emotions, with thoughts, and so on, with anything that I can experience, and being aware that I am not my thoughts, being able to be an observer of what I am experiencing. Personally, I have spent over 1,000 hours in basic meditation training, both on the retreats and in my own personal practice. And at this point, it's kind of easy for me to just be present, just find this observer within myself. And whenever I'm going for a walk or I'm staying alone, I'm just sitting and doing nothing, it's basically pure joy. It's like whenever I'm walking, even in a seemingly unattractive place in the city center, in some boring city, I feel a lot of love to people around me, just accepting as they are, acknowledging that they have their own stories, that they have their own fair bit of suffering, and feeling empathy towards them. And I've got to say, this is a fantastic feeling, fantastic experience. And this is so attractive to me that personally I don't really feel the need to pursue more of a regular basic training on my own. I'm not avoiding it, and whenever there is some sort of group meditation, I am very happily joining it. But that's why this analogy of eating the cake. I've done my work, I've baked an enormous cake of joy, of gratefulness, of presence, of inner peace, and I'm indulging myself in a positive way in eating this enormous cake. And so far I'm eating, and I like eating a lot, but this cake is still huge, and it's not like it's ending anytime soon, according to my prediction. I'm just enjoying how sweet it is and basically being grateful for my experience. I'm doing my best not to take this beautiful attitude for granted. I know that it, in theory, can stop anytime soon. And it's like I learned to do my shoelaces and I do them habitually at this point. Like I don't need to relearn how to tie them. But basically, if I don't know, get some brain damage or whatever, and I forget how to do this, that's fine. I just have the intention to accept whatever happens. If I forget any basic stuff, like being present, like doing my shoelaces, like baking the cake, that's fine. It's just part of life, part of this beautiful game of life. And at this point, I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as possible, being kind to others, and most importantly and most basically, being honest with myself. So my main intention, my most basic intention that I want to cultivate is finding out what's true at this moment and at this moment. And that's step number one, being present and being honest with whatever is happening in the present moment. And that's like a starting point of any action that I'm about to perform. And that's my current attitude to life. And contemplating on that on a daily basis is a very fruitful practice as well. And this is the best practice I come up with at the moment, at this stage of my life. And this is why I am not meditating on a daily basis, but I am contemplating a lot on a daily basis. So yeah, I just wanted to share. Hope it clarifies a little bit to you. Feel free to share how is your practice at this stage of your life. I'll be very happy to find out. And thank you very much for listening, and I wish you have a great day and enjoy the next moment that comes up. Thank you so much, and bye.